Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem and join in singing as we are led by Pietro Charles Perino, class of 2014. Please be seated.
Good evening. I am Jonathan Levin, Provost of the University of Mary Washington. As the institution's Chief Academic Officer, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduate commencement ceremony. I commend the candidates on your outstanding achievement in earning your advanced degrees, and I welcome the many family members and friends who join the students in this very special occasion. It is now my privilege to introduce Richard V. Hurley, President of the University of Mary Washington.
Thank you, Dr. Levin. Members of the Board of Visitors, UMW faculty, distinguished guests, parents, family members, and especially members of the graduating class. I am delighted to have this opportunity to welcome you to this beautiful and historic campus for our graduate commencement ceremony. I extend my warmest congratulations to you, the degree candidates, and I commend you on your accomplishments. I am honored to be sharing such a special day with you. As each of you prepares to walk across this stage in a few moments and receive your hard-earned diploma, I invite you to pause briefly to reflect upon those who have helped you get to this place, the spouses, parents, and other family members whose love, support, and encouragement have been invaluable to your success. So I now invite all the degree candidates to rise and give a round of applause to your family members who are here today and who have been with you all along your journey. It is a privilege to serve as president of the University of Mary Washington. One of the greatest joys of being president is the opportunity to interact with such outstanding students. I am confident that the women and men we celebrate today will excel as educational and business leaders for our state and nation. UMW is one of America's leading universities, and in large part, that is due to the quality of the students who come here and all that they achieve, both here at the university and later in life. Commencement is a time of new beginnings. For you, soon-to-be alumni, commencement means turning the page to a new chapter of your life. As you go forth from here, go with confidence that you are well prepared to make your mark in the world. Be assured that this great university will remain true to its core values of academic excellence, honor, and service, and that your degree will only continue to grow in value. Through the years to come, we will forever share the bond forged by our common experiences here. I look forward to shaking hands with each of you to congratulate you personally on reaching this milestone. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Holly Cuellar, Rector of the University, to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Visitors. A 1989 alumna of the University of Mary Washington, Cuellar is the North American Membership Development Coordinator to the IABM, the only international association that represents the media and technology supply industry worldwide.
Thank you, President Hurley. To our families, friends, and distinguished guests, I welcome you on behalf of the University of Mary Washington's Board of Visitors, our institution's governing body. The board is honored to participate in this ceremony, and each of us shares a deep dedication to this institution. I would like for the members of the board to stand and be recognized as a group. To the graduates, we offer our sincere congratulations for all that you have accomplished during your time at Mary Washington. We are confident that you are prepared for your life's journey and the many professional opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. Commencement. This is what we call today's ceremony, but it's sort of an odd name for an occasion that is about conferring a degree marking the end of an educational experience. Today is not an end, it is a beginning. To commence means to begin or to start. As you leave here tonight, know that your Mary Washington experience has prepared you well for the challenges ahead. Your work here has transformed you into what the brilliant visionary of our generation, Steve Jobs, referred to as yardsticks of quality. People who expect, even demand, excellence in all that they do and hold dear. In the few moments that I have with you, I would like to talk about the next chapter of your lives and the responsibilities that come with being a University of Mary Washington graduate. Your relationship with Mary Washington doesn't end today. Instead, when you cross the threshold of this stage to receive your diploma and shake President Hurley's hand, you will become this extraordinary institution's custodians. Custodians. What is a custodian? A custodian is someone who keeps and protects something valuable for another person. You see, more than the faculty, the administration, and the board, you are the real guardians of Mary Washington. It is a charge that extends far and wide and is manifest in how you live your life every single day. You are custodians of your disciplines, protectors of professional pathways built upon rigorous scholarship and practical real-world experience. You are custodians of public education, guardians of an idea that dates back to President Lincoln's signing of the legislation that made public education in this country possible. In Lincoln's times, as well as our own, a healthy democracy demands that her citizens have access to quality higher education. You are custodians of honor, integrity, respect, and diversity, our most cherished core values. They are not just guideposts for an educational experience, they are the very foundation of our personal and professional success. And of course, you are the custodians for the network of colleagues and mentors that have been built during your time here at Mary Washington. Though you may be separated by space and time, these links, the really meaningful ones, are treasures to keep. But most of all, you are custodians of this wonderful place called Mary Washington. Cherish the memories, be grateful for the opportunities, and work, each in your own way, to be yardsticks of quality. Thank you, and good luck as your journey commences.
Thank you, Rector Cuellar. Kenneth J. Lopez is a 1992 graduate of Mary Washington, where he studied economics, was a traveling debater, and served as a student senator and vice president of the Honor Council. He then went on to earn his law degree from the Widener University School of Law. He has been an active alumnus of UMW, and in October 2013 was appointed to the university's Board of Visitors. Interestingly, we had already invited him to be our graduate commencement speaker this year prior to learning of his appointment to the Board of Visitors. In just a few moments, I know you will understand why we selected him to speak to you tonight. Ken Lopez is an entrepreneur and a true visionary. While in law school, he taught himself computer animation, and he combined that hobby with his formal education to launch his entrepreneurial career. In 1995, he founded A2L Consulting, of which he is CEO. A2L provides trial support services to the nation's top law firms and their clients around the world. The company creates sophisticated visual evidence to persuade judges and juries, provides state-of-the-art technology for courtroom use, and helps predict how judges and juries will react to a case. Author Dan Pink highlighted A2L in his book, A Whole New Mind, Why Right-Brainers Will Rule the Future. News outlets, including the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and the BBC, have quoted Lopez. Mr. Lopez and his firm have received numerous accolades from those in the legal arena and the national media. He publishes a weekly blog, which is widely read and highly rated. In 2008, Ken developed a method for determining the schedule of litigation in federal court cases. That invention became the basis of his second firm, Law Prospector, which sells information about upcoming cases to litigation support sales teams worldwide. He is now working on his third startup business, which is expected to launch later this year. It will help marketers and high-stakes communicators test and refine their messages using online audiences. Our speaker is an incredibly talented, highly energetic, creative thinker. Please join me in welcoming one of Mary Washington's own, Mr. Kenneth J. Lopez.
I was sitting around the dinner table with my family recently, and I was watching my 3 6-year-old girls finishing up their plates. And I got to thinking about plates. Not the shape of a plate, or whether it was made of porcelain or plastic, or which Disney princess is pictured on it, because I know them all. No, in that moment, what I started thinking about is what it takes to fill the plates of those 3 little girls every day. And all of the accumulated events of my life that have made that simple but incredibly rewarding activity possible. And I kept thinking about plates. Stick with me, because it would be extremely awkward if you left now. I thought further about not just what it takes to fill the plates of my family, but of what it takes to fill the families, or to fill the plates of everyone who works at my companies. And then there's the plates that they fill. And after a while, I had this poetic realization, the kind that sort of just washes over you. And it was that life is not about all the plates you have spinning in the air. Rather, life is about all the plates that you are filling every day, directly and indirectly. And it turns out, mostly through the work that I do, filling plates is the single most life-affirming, fulfilling thing that I have a chance to do. And it's often incredibly hard, particularly in this economic climate. When I finished my graduate work in 1995, the economy was in rough shape. And I have to tell you, it's much worse now. Still, the plates are being filled. For my family, for my team, for people I've never even met every day. And with this degree that you receive today, I think it's possible for each and every one of you to fill the plates of others, not just your own. If you're doing it already, this degree is going to give you a chance to fill even more plates. So what I'd like to do is just share enough of my entrepreneurial story to give you 3 reasons why I think, in spite of the economic climate, you should be very excited about your graduation timing, and why I think you are now in an incredible position to fill the plates of others. Before that, however, I want you to really reflect on the business environment that you are graduating into. Whether you are already employed and have earned your master's degree to move up the corporate ladder, or whether you plan to enter the profession of teaching and inspire the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs, or whether you have absolutely no idea what comes next, my message about entrepreneurship will apply to you. So why listen to me talk about entrepreneurship? Well, unless there are some other parents of triplets out there. Anyone? There never are. Entrepreneurship is really the only other thing I know a lot about. And fortunately, I think a reminder about entrepreneurship is exactly what you need right now. So how bad is it out there? I bet some of you already know because you've experienced it firsthand. Well, let me tell you, the last 5 years has been nothing less than the biggest business disruption of our entire professional lives. The economic recovery from the Great Recession is painfully far from over. 9 million jobs were lost. That's about 16% of all employees in the US, and about half of those have yet to be reemployed. For the ones who did find jobs, they saw their earnings drop by an average of 1/5. It was a somewhat similar environment when I graduated law school. Still, I was able to identify a few interesting job opportunities. I could have kept working at a law firm and become yet one more lawyer. I had a neat chance to go to work on Capitol Hill and do fascinating work related to the environment, and for that, I'd be rewarded about $2,000 a month. And my law school loans were about $1,000 a month. So what did I do? I did the only sensible thing. I moved in with my parents. And that's not all that I did. I spent some time trying to be reflective, and I tried to figure out why I was even remotely special. And that took some time. Not only because introspection is hard, but because my food was free and my laundry is getting done for me. So here's one thing I figured out during that reflective time. I had an unfulfilled creative side. You see, I had had a Mac since I lived right down Campus Walk in Custis and Willard Halls, and I was constantly pushing the boundaries of what you could do with a Mac graphically. At my dorm, that mostly meant creating embarrassing photo flyers of my friends, which we'd post around campus around Junior Ring Week. But fortunately, I kept advancing my skills. And by the end of law school, I was a pretty decent computer animator. So there I was, in my parents' house. I knew computer animation, and I had a law degree. And in my self-analysis, this was about all that made me stand out. And those two things were, frankly, kind of a square peg and a round hole. So I did a bit of research. And I found out that people were just starting to use computer animation in litigation. And I was excited, and I thought that maybe I was onto something. And then I did one of the smartest things that I have ever done. I wrote down the names of everyone I knew. I talked to them, and I asked them if they knew someone in the field of law or graphics or both who could give me some advice. And when I was done, I had a list of 400 people. One of the guys on that list was my roommate from Mary Wash, and he helped me put a deal together with a company who could do any of the work that I could sell. Another guy had become an executive at AOL, and he helped me get some work at that firm. So how far can you stretch this process of asking for help? Well, one guy on my list was my mom's high school boyfriend. And they hadn't talked in 30 years. He worked at a big law firm in DC. She called him anyway. When I met him, I said the only proper thing that came to mind for me. "Dad, is that you?" True story, but my dad was happy at home, though, where I lived. But that guy who I hit it off with 20 years ago introduced me to one of his partners, who became one of my first clients. And that client was still a client up until about a year ago when he retired. But that law firm is still a client, and one of the top guys on my team came out of that law firm from my interactions there. It really just goes to show you that in a business setting, you really can still gain tremendous advantage by accusing someone of being a baby daddy. And this is the first of 3 entrepreneurial lessons that I want to share with you. Not that part. Number 1, your network is bigger than you think it is. And you're going to need it more than ever in this economic climate. And all you have to do is not be afraid to reach out, talk to people, and ask for help. It really is that simple. My second message for you is also really good news. When I started my company in 1995, even though I was still living in my parents' house, I ran up huge credit card bills, getting it off the ground, and I spent a lot of money on building a website, on legal fees, and on marketing and supplies and such. Back then, it cost at least 5 figures, and usually 6 figures to get a company started. Well, unlike when I was starting out, today, you can start a company for at most a few $100s. And you can do it in less than 24 hours. I know, I've done it. And I find that Amazing. The world has changed for the better, and entrepreneurship is open to anyone. This is true whether you are starting fresh, teaching that next generation of entrepreneurs, or even building something new inside a big organization. For example, I recently had an opportunity to tour the entrepreneurial lab of an important Mary Wash employer, Capital One. They are doing exactly what I'm talking about. In a couple of small offices that look a lot more like Google than a bank, working in small teams, a bunch of highly creative folks, using Macs, by the way, are developing methods for getting all of us to use more of their financial services. It's actually a startup entrepreneurial lab within a big company. And guess what? They're looking for more entrepreneurs right now. And that brings me to my third and final message. And it's a call to action for each and every one of you. I want you to consider becoming an entrepreneur on your own or within a company. Or if you're going to be a teacher, I want you to encourage others to become entrepreneurs. Why entrepreneurship? Because entrepreneurship is the new normal. Let's look at what's happening to employees right now. One study recently reported in The Economist estimates that 47% of all jobs will be replaced by automation in the next 20 years. That's robots and software. I already see this happening every day in the business community, and it's happening faster than ever before. Companies are doing more with fewer people. When you go through a drive-through, increasingly, you're going to be talking to a call center, and pretty soon, it's going to be an automated attendant or a kiosk, as Panera announced yesterday. It's not going to be someone in the first window anymore. Dozens of houses can now be printed out of concrete, 3D printed out of concrete in less than 24 hours now, with almost no employees. By the way, the home building industry employs 110 million people worldwide. Chili's and other chain restaurants, you've probably seen this, are replacing servers with iPads. They're in 1,000 Chili's already. And pretty soon, people won't even make the food. It will be 3D printed too. Even at my companies, just in the last quarter, we launched a piece of software that does the work of 5 salespeople. It's amazing. You know when Instagram was sold last year for $1 billion? Do you know how many employees they had? 13. So what are people going to do if companies don't need employees like they used to? And we have software to take care of things that we never imagined that it could. I think people are going to work in very small groups or alone, and they are going to innovate as entrepreneurs. One of my favorite business gurus, Dan Pink, has observed that already 30% of people work on their own, and that number is expected to rise over 50% by the year 2020, just around the corner. So in just a few short years, entrepreneurship is going to be the norm, not just the. So why is this disruptive time so exciting? Because I think it's going to force a lot of you to go out and, just like me, make something happen on your own or encourage someone else to do something on their own. And it's going to be one of the best things that's ever happened to you. Second only to the feeling that my wife and I have being able to fill those 3 little plates every day. Filling the plates as an entrepreneur is the greatest honor of my life. Creating something from nothing is deeply rewarding. Filling the plates of others, though, is the ultimate high. With this degree you've earned, entrepreneurship is in your grasp. And whether you see this germ within you, in that person you ride to work with, in a member of your family, with your lover, or in your students, all that has to be done is to grab this opportunity. I want to thank you for choosing Mary Washington. I'm so proud to be an alum, and I hope you are too. Wherever you go from this point forward, you will always be an eagle, and you will always have this tight and powerful network to rely on and come home to. We, all of us here today, look around. Look around at everyone around with you. Yeah, really. We are now your network. It already is bigger than you thought it was. Grab a hold of it. Start something new. The table is set for you, and the plates are just begging to be filled. Graduates, count your blessings. Count the plates you are filling, and may that number never stop growing. I'm really proud of you tonight, and I can't wait to see what you are going to achieve and all the plates that you are going to fill with this degree. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez, for your inspirational talk. It is now my great pleasure to present this year's Outstanding Faculty Member Award. The Outstanding Graduate Faculty Award recognizes a faculty member who has displayed excellence in teaching graduate courses, is an accomplished researcher, and has provided leadership and service to the university. This year's recipient came to the UMW family in 2005. She joined Mary Washington after serving several years in a variety of capacities in the Virginia public school system. These experiences have significantly informed her research and the perspectives and approaches she brings to the classroom. Her research focuses on how to better serve the neediest populations in our schools, including students from low-income families, juvenile offenders, students of color, and those with disabilities. Her students repeatedly comment that her classes contribute to their professional growth and readiness for their future. As one student put it, "I walked out of class having learned a new strategy, out of every class, having learned a new strategy to be added to my teacher toolbox." Colleagues describe our winner as an exceptional teacher and leader in the College of Education, and as someone who is admired for her expertise, energy, and positive outlook. Our recipient has also served her profession, the college, and the university with distinction. She has been a member of several school accreditation teams, serves as chair of the College of Education Curriculum and Assessment Committee, and as a member of the advisory board for the Center for Honor, Leadership, and Service. Please join me in congratulating this year's outstanding graduate faculty member, Associate Professor of Education, Dr. Beverly D. Epps. The hooding portion of the ceremony adds to the symbolism of the graduation experience, making it possible to focus individual attention on our advanced degree candidates and their accomplishments. It allows graduate faculty, family, and friends an opportunity to witness the ceremonial hooding of the graduate student by the deans of their respective colleges. We now move to the conferring of degrees. The deans of the colleges will present the students for the conferring of degrees, and members of their faculty will then call students to the platform to be hooded and to receive their diplomas. Mr. President, please come forward. Dr. Lynn Richardson, Dean of the College of Business, will present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Management Information Systems, and the dual Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Management Information Systems.
Will the candidates for the following degrees please rise and remain standing? Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Management Information Systems, and the dual Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Management Information Systems. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Management Information Systems, and the dual degree, Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Management Information Systems.
Will the platform party please stand for the conferring of the degrees? By virtue of the authority vested in me as president by the rector and visitors of the University of Mary Washington, and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby declare you Masters of Business Administration, Masters of Science in Management Information Systems, and dual degree Masters of Business Administration and Masters of Science in Management Information Systems of the University of Mary Washington, with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. The platform party and the candidates may be seated.
Will those individuals receiving the Masters of Business Administration degree please come forward for hooding and to receive your diplomas? Gufran Ahmed. Wendy Alderman. Nicholas Cosmina Alexander. Anna Altman. Sandra Wilkerson Brown. Timothy John Briner. Kimberly Key McManus Carini. Todd Judson Coates. Lisa Marie Cornwell. Catherine Lee Kreitzer. Manny Dakshina. Bailey Yale Davis. Ian R. Davis. Margaret Duker. Karen Yvette Eubanks. Thomas Lloyd Utzler. Lindsay Harrison Gillespie. Augustus Giapong. Ji He. Trista J. Holmberg. Tanya Hughes. Catherine Elizabeth Hurd. Giannina Jasingani. Ryan Matthew Sandsnack. Jason Joseph Lepp. Tony Tennell Lewis. Jennifer Sue Manster. John Thomas McNeil.
Hey.
Peter William O'Hara, Jr. Tiffany Maddie Parker. Michelle L. Partridge. Catherine Dominica Piper. Muhammad Akil Salim. Trevor Michael Schratz. Michael Taylor Setti. Ann Sexton. Michael McKenna Shepard. Matthew McKenna Shepard. Rachel Marianne Tripp Simpson. Nicole DiGiacomo Schilo. Catherine C. Staggs. Elizabeth Cox Thompson. Leo J. Titus Jr. Sheila Maria Utz. Michael E. Walter. Rebecca Elaine Washington. Rebecca Keithley Wood. Will those individuals receiving the Master of Science in Management Information Systems degree please come forward for hooding and to receive your diplomas? Charles Richard Bush III. Mark A. Filoso. Jennifer Galloway. Jennifer Lynn Jones. Leo Robert Manster. Price Edward Martin, Jr. Neil Francis McManama. Charles R. Rhodes. Donald Alden Thompson. Will those individuals receiving the dual Masters of Business Administration and Masters of Science in Management Information Systems degrees please come forward for hooding and to receive your diplomas? Anna Margaret Hogan. Wajahat Qureshi.
Dr. Mary Gendernalic Cooper, Dean of the College of Education, will present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Education and Master of Science in Elementary Education.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Masters in Education and Master of Science in Elementary Education please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of Master of Education and Master of Science in Elementary Education.
Will the platform party please stand for the conferring of the degrees? By virtue of the authority vested in me as president by the rector and visitors of the University of Mary Washington, and on the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby declare you Masters of Education and Masters of Science in Elementary Education of the University of Mary Washington, with all of the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Platform party can be seated.
Will those individuals receiving the Master of Education degree please come forward for hooding and to receive your diplomas? Brittany Diane Dudley Alexander. Matthew Wesley Ballard. Elaine Brooks. Nicole Marie Cerniglia. Carolyn Teresa Simonelli. Holly Renee Cook. Olivia Jean Costello. Gisela de la Rivera Gonzalez. Mariela DeMeo. Courtney M. Dettinger. Jeanette Lynn Newton Dosh. Matthew Edward Eby. Josh R. Ferneri. Michaela P. Godfrey. Joy Lynn Haley. Della Babcock Hall. Carissa M. Herrick. Erin Margaret Hill. Emily Cole Howard. Victoria A. Jones. Lee M. Judd. Hannah C. Kassenbaum. Kylie Elizabeth Carol Kerr. Gabrielle R. Kuhn. Is it Getz or Gotts? Okay. Claudette Getz Larned. Elizabeth Ann Logenslager. Caitlin Ann Lease. Joseph E. Lehman. Michelle Lurch Shaw. Rachel McLeod. Heather Lynn McElwain. Terry Marie Mills. Philip H. Noblet. Kristen C. Oliver. Brooke Nicole Parker. It's Michelle, right? Pascal. Okay. Kathy Lee Pascal. Kayla Nicole Patterson. Christian P. Peabody. Catherine Elizabeth Pressren. Matthew Stephen Resnick. Anne Marie Roberts. Carol Lurch Schreppler. Lonnie A. Southall. Marvin Elizabeth Sarah Vostava. Marvin's husband, Mukesh, is giving her diploma to her this evening. Timothy A. Surratt. Catherine Teresa Tarr. Barbara Weber. Lisa Marie Topin Wirtz. Luke J. Wolverton. Randa Jane Yoder. Lisa Adrian Zargaper.
Will those individuals receiving a Master's of Science in Elementary Education degree please come forward for hooding and to receive your diplomas? Jane Claire Bishop. Elizabeth Claire Butler. Brittany Lane Bird. Lindsay Olive Catlett. Taylor Ray Chadman. Marcella Elizabeth Cook. Casey Lee Dodrell. Amy Catherine Dowd. Brittany Nicole Dre. Valerie T. Drago. Megan Claire Gallagher. Lauren Elizabeth Gray. Gianelli. Practice. Claire Elizabeth Gianelli. Chelsea Ryan Givler. Laura Ann Gomez. Amy Rebecca Gutman. Janine Elizabeth Henley. Candace Joy Hicks. Katrina C. Hobbs. Holman. Anna Catherine Holman. Jessica Megan Hauk. Carolyn Blake Isaacson. Kelsey Marie La Salata. Alexandria Elizabeth Long. Kaylee Beth McClung. Margaret Allison McMillan. Kathleen Mead. Samantha Karen Morris. Hannah Claire Moser. Sierra R. Norquist. Jessica E. O'Connell. Catherine Lee Partenheimer. Christina C. Pistocchini. Allison Rose Reed. Suzanne Rogers. Amy Lynn Stevens. Bess B. Tin Ike. Sarah Elizabeth Vogt. Kathleen Whitfield Wallace. Got it. Kelsey Bailey Winker.
Congratulations again to all of you. Well, I have to compliment the family, friends, parents, lovers, you name it. That's a first. Good job. Anyway, back to the graduates. You are all now graduates of the University of Mary Washington. Wear that distinction with pride. I wish you every success and happiness in the years ahead.
Now, to welcome you into the family of UMW alumni, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the University of Mary Washington Alumni Association, Patricia Boyce Kemp, class of 1969.
Thank you, Dr. Levin. Good evening, and what a superb evening it is. I'm honored to be among the first to say congratulations, graduate class of 2014. We're proud of you. And I commend you on your hard work and perseverance that got you here tonight. That's absolutely wonderful. I know that you're anxious to connect with your friends and family in the audience and begin the celebration, so I'll be brief. Just a few minutes ago, each of you became a member of the University of Mary Washington Alumni Association. Although I know some of you are already members because you received your undergraduate degrees here as well. As president of the Alumni Association, I have the opportunity to welcome you to yet another part of the Mary Washington family. And this time, there are no special requirements, no tests to take, no papers to write, no dues or tuition to pay, and you automatically are a lifetime member. And there are many benefits. You're now a part of a network, as Ken mentioned, a network of over 38,000 UMW alumni, all of us helping to make this world a better place. It's an extended family with people in varied roles and diverse professions around the world, and yet, anytime a Mary Washington alum sees another UMW graduate, we're always excited to meet each other and always happy to help one another. Today, one of you might be coming to us and asking for some advice on a career decision or maybe job placement, and in the future, another recent grad might look to you for the same thing. It's absolutely amazing what a special bond we have among us. And it's not just within your own class year, it spans the decades. As you heard, I graduated in 1969. I'm celebrating my 45th reunion in another few weeks. And I have many friends in the classes who are graduating tonight and tomorrow. And I look forward to meeting many more of you at alumni events in the future. As you leave here today, I hope that in addition to your diplomas, you take with you wonderful memories, lasting friendships, and the realization that you've received a first-class education. Step forward with confidence. You are well prepared for what lies ahead. On behalf of the UMW Alumni Association, I welcome you as fellow alumni. I wish you happiness, good fortune, and all the best that life has to offer, and I certainly look forward to your continued involvement in this very special university. So thank you, and keep in touch.
Our ceremony will conclude in a few moments with the singing of the Alma Mater, which is printed on the back page of your program. We respectfully request that you remain in your places until the conclusion of the recessional. Following the ceremony, the graduates and their family members are invited to attend a reception sponsored by the UMW Alumni Association in the upper level hallway of this building. Now please stand and join in the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Aysan Malik Ghassemi, class of 2015.